Your flaws make you unique. You are safe. You are a go-getter. You respect yourself. You love your body. You are above negative thoughts. You are selfless. You are inspiring. You are not alone. You are enough. You were enough. You'll always be enough. I allow myself to accept my own greatness by remembering that I already have everything within me. I am whole, complete, and perfectly designed by the Most High. The codes are all there. I am good enough. I accept myself, and starting this moment, I will always claim it. Thank you for joining me for another episode of MyCurlsSpeak with Key. Of course, I'm Key, and today we are discussing relationships with single men. Oftentimes, I've seen a lot of people take on the role of girlfriend to men who are single. Let me be more specific. If you are entertaining someone and a conversation about what you are has not been had, you, my friend, are single. I don't care how much time you spend with someone, how much money they've spent on you, how many vacations you've been on, if you've engaged in intercourse without a condom. And yes, I feel like I need to say this again. If you've engaged in intercourse without a condom, if you've had sex raw, that does not necessarily mean that's your man. Ladies, if this man has not asked you to be his girlfriend, you are single. This is why so many women get their feelings hurt when the man ends up with a real girlfriend. Baby, it's because he was doing what you were supposed to do the entire time, which was keep your options open. You should always have options until someone gives you a reason to close them. Don't be fooled by just what a person says, but pay attention to how much of their actions align with what they are saying to you. Our conversations consisting of you, we, our, us, that is very vital, you guys. If a man is constantly telling you I, me, you never hear we, listen to that. He mean that. If you are a parent, is this person asking you about the well-being of your children? Asking you how the kids are? Let me tell you something. If a man is talking to me and they don't ever ask me how my baby's doing, that ain't the man for me. Are you seeing this person without sex being on the agenda? Now, I feel like I need to go into more details with that. Can you spend time with him and keep your pants on? Is this the type of man you can go to his house and it's that time of month? Because if you can't go to his house or you can't be alone with him and it's that time of month, more than likely you guys are not in a relationship. Now, if all of the boxes are checked, please remember that a conversation has to be had. You know what it is. It is not a relationship proposal. If you go to a man and you ask him, what are we? And he says,
you know what it is. I mean, you know how we do what we do. I mean, we just chilling. Like,
and he give you that, girl, that's not your man. Do not get him nothing for Christmas. Like, that's not your man. That's not your man. It's a yes or no. It's really that simple. You're either dating, exclusively dating, or you're in a relationship. Now, let me tell you something. Sometimes those stages are skipped a little bit. You can go from dating to in a relationship because some people, they skip the exclusively dating thing because they feel like if I'm only dating you, then we are in a relationship. Whatever works for you, works for you. Who am I to judge? But a conversation definitely needs to be had. It's not one of those things where you can just claim somebody. Let me tell you, my last relationship, and I'm only using this as a reference, I found out I was in a relationship at a funeral. Like, this is the truth. I had no idea that we were boyfriend and girlfriend. Now, it wasn't a problem. And the reason why it wasn't a problem was because we had a conversation and we decided we were going to exclusively date each other, meaning we were only dating each other at the time. We weren't seeing other people. At least that's what he told me. But that we weren't seeing other people. Now, with that being said, the way that I do things is we're dating. When we on that first stage, I'm dating you, and I'm more than likely seeing other people. I have options, okay? Now, when we go up and we promote to the exclusively dating, that means I have cut out all of my other options, and it is just me and you. We're seeing where it's going still, though. We're not in a relationship. We're trying to see if we have that chemistry to move forward to that next step. And then for me, the next step is relationship, okay? But in this particular situation, we had a conversation. And the funny thing about this is we had a conversation about how a conversation is needed. I remember this like it was yesterday. We was on a date. And we had a conversation about how we would not jump into a relationship without telling each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm not claiming you. You're not claiming me. We have to talk about it first. So then a couple of weeks later, we decided that we wanted to exclusively date. Now, we had already discussed the stages. I had already cut everybody off because back in the day, like 3 years ago, if I liked you, I only saw you. I didn't know what an option was. But I'm 30 now. And I know what options are, so things are a little bit different for me now. But back then, I was only seeing him anyway, so it didn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? So we were at a funeral, and one of his family members asked him, "Is that your sister or is that your girlfriend?" And he said I was his girlfriend. So in the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell your auntie that this the girl that you hunching on, right? So I didn't really think that he was being serious. So later on, I called my homegirl and I was like, I was at the funeral today and he referred to me as his girlfriend. And she was like, well, how do you feel about that? I was like, well, I don't have a problem with it because I'm not seeing anybody else, but I don't know if that's what we are. I didn't think we had I didn't think we promoted to that stage yet. So she was like, well, ass. So we went to dinner that night and I brought it up. His response to me was, yeah, we've been in a relationship. I'm like, you did exactly what I told you was going to do, which every man I've been with has done this. Y'all, every man I've ever been with I found out I was their girlfriend from somebody else. The next man, like who I'm dating now, if you listening to this, boo, please don't do that. Please tell me I'm your girlfriend. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Like, every man, it always happens like this. So this particular night, he said, yeah, we've been in a relationship. And I'm like, no, we didn't have the conversation. He was like, oh, well, we said we were going to be exclusive. I say, yes, but we still were supposed to decide to be, you never asked me to be your girlfriend. With that being said, you guys, if I was confused, think about the ones of us that talk to men, that talk to other women, but because he makes us feel like we're special, we're walking around claiming them. Stop it. Please stop it. Don't do that anymore. Like, it just, in 2021, baby, just have the conversation. And if the conversation, if he laughs at you or he kind of like throws you under the rug, like, I don't really want to talk about that. We just going with the flow. It's okay to go with the flow. I'm not against that, especially, you trying to see how things are. If you just got out of a relationship or whatever it is, you want to take your time, but don't waste your time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't waste it. Make sure that the person is on the same thing that you're on. And if you find out that they're not, that's okay too. Because there's always somebody else out there that's willing to do everything that you want them to do. But in 2021, let's not continue to have relationships with single men. Oftentimes, situationships are disguised as relationships. Don't be fooled. Thank you for joining me for another episode of MyCurlsSpeak With Key. To follow the show, follow us on Instagram at MCS with Key. To get to know the voice behind everything, follow me at The Diary of Key, and that's on all platforms: Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Clubhouse. Thanks again. See you next week.